What's going on, everybody? So just as expected, the Kansas City Chiefs made quick work of the Denver Broncos. This is very embarrassing for all the Bronco fans because when the year first started, you couldn't tell me that the Broncos weren't contenders. Didn't Talib even say that Trevor Siemian was like an elite quarterback or some kind of madness like that? It was a lot of hysteria going on about this team. But I'm going to tell you this right now, though. They suck, and it's not so much the defense. We all know that Trevor Siemian should not be a starting quarterback in the National Football League, but that's neither here nor there. The biggest concern that I have for Denver Broncos fans is that your defense they're losing their years. You know, you got corners and you got some good D linemen that are ready to go, that are ready to fight for the squad, but then you got a quarterback that comes out and throws wobbly passes for interceptions on a regular basis, and it's just embarrassing to see it happen so much. And I don't know. I think yesterday. A lot of the other quarterbacks were, you know, they weren't activated. So, you know, so it wasn't something to where you could take them out unless you wanted to put an Osweiler. And if you put an Osweiler, you're just asking for your season to be over. I don't know how Osweiler is a backup still in this league, to be honest. He's a very, very horrible quarterback. And I don't think that, you know, going forward that they will make the decision to go with Osweiler. I don't think that he's any type of, you know, tradable bait either. So it's going to be very, very difficult for the Denver Broncos to dig themselves out of the hole that they're in right now. So just going forward, I don't expect anything from them as long as Trevor Siemian is the starting quarterback. And I just want to be clear with that. People have been asking me, you know, what do you think? You know, is there any chance? No, because you got to remember, at the end of the day, the quarterback is the most important position on the field. And you might say that, yeah, but the 2000 Ravens won without, you know, having a good quarterback. Trent Dilfer was trash. I understand that. I agree. But you had Big Play Shea, and they had that one touchdown in the Super Bowl. But throughout the season, you had Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. You had one of the best defenses formulated ever in National Football League history. The Denver Broncos are not that good right now. Like, I'm not saying that their defense is not good. I'm just saying they're not Ravens 2000 good. They're not Chicago Bears 85 good. They're a decent defense that can really lock up and make plays. But when you have a guy on the offensive side of the ball that's just giving the ball back, I don't see how you can overcome that. You can't. If we're being realistic about it, you can't overcome that. It doesn't make any sense. And the dude gets worse by the week. So it's not like, you know, people are going to be like, yeah, you give them a shot. Unless the defense can outright just win the game. And that's what the Ravens did. The Ravens won the game. They scored more points than the offense in most games. The Ravens are not really doing that right now. They're not getting those pick sixes and stuff like they were doing, like when they beat on the Dallas Cowboys and stuff like that. You know, speaking of the Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott, you know, he's going to possibly have to serve that suspension because the judge, you know, ruled that he has to do it. That's going to be really, really bad for the Cowboys. But, you know, I just want to be clear about that as far as the Broncos go, so that when the Bronco fans ask me questions in the comments, I've already answered it. So there's no need to ask me about it. I don't see any good things coming in the future right now as long as your quarterback situation remains the same. I do want to talk about Marcus Peters because this dude right here, I don't think he gets enough credit for what he does, but he by himself could have beaten the Broncos, you know, last night. It was really embarrassing because Trevor Siemian, I think Trevor Siemian probably likes him. He wants to date him on Tinder. I don't know what was going on, but he just kept throwing the ball to him, trying to give him a sign. I don't know what was going on, but I'm going to let you know right now. Marcus Peters, if he continues to play like this, man, and, you know, he could, because he's a fast, very, very good play recognition type of corner. He will lurk you. I like all of the things that I see. He does need to work on his composure and, you know, getting certain penalties and just making sure that I just think it's his mind. If he locks in, this dude can be a lockdown corner for a very long time in this league. And the Kansas City Chiefs are looking pretty good so far, so I can really see that coming in the near future. But at the end of the day, Travis Kelce, in my opinion, is now the best tight end. Yes, and I'm saying he's the best tight end over Gronkowski. The dude, you can't really defend him. And Alex Smith is looking so good right now. I have to put the Chiefs as the best team in the National Football League right now over the Patriots. I have to. Just watching the game last night and seeing what happened. If you don't agree with me, then something's wrong, because you got to remember, Eric Berry is not even with the Kansas City Chiefs right now. He's still hurt, and they're playing like that. So when he comes back, that team is going to be ready to go. And I just believe that they can beat the Patriots. I don't know about the Steelers, if they have to run into the Steelers, because the Steelers, you know, they appear to be their kryptonite. But I can, look, if it works out in the Chiefs' favor and they don't play the Steelers and they only have to beat the Patriots, they're going to the Super Bowl. But the Steelers is like the kryptonite. The Steelers can beat the Chiefs but the Steelers can't beat the Patriots. It's like really stupid, but that's just the way matchups go. But I just want to be very, very clear. I know people are like, what are you talking about? Gronk is the best tight end. Bruh, Kelsey is a monster, and he's not as hurt. He's more reliable. I just think that he's a better tight end right now. And I love me some Gronkowski, but we have to call it how we see it. And like I said, I have to be objective. I can't be, oh yeah, for this team, for that team. I got to be objective. That's part of doing this commentary and doing recaps. And I'm watching week to week all these games, all these highlights. I sit and I watch it and I review the tape. And just looking at what Kelsey is doing right now, in my opinion, he's the more feared tight end when it comes to, who's the better guy right now. I don't know what's going on with Gronk if he's still a little bit nicked up, but he's not playing in the same caliber as he once did. But overall, the Chiefs are the best right now in the National Football League, in my opinion. And I think that Marcus Peters is going to be a stud in this league for many years to come. I would love to hear what you guys what you guys think about it. Leave some feedback. Make sure you sub. Make sure you subscribe. Listen to me on iTunes and iHeartRadio. GmiasWorld. We're signing out. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.